Hey folks, Wally DM here, and today we're going to do a quick review of Big Pocket's Silicone Battlemats. Now this may very well be the best battle mat that you can buy for your game. Now this is part of a Kickstarter that is currently ongoing, but it is going to end in a few days. So while you watch this video, if this is something that you'd like to have for your gaming table, then I recommend that you check out the link below and get over there as soon as possible. Now the Big Pocket's Gaming Mats is a Kickstarter by my friend AJ Pickett. He does a lot of fantasy lore on his YouTube channel, and of course you can also see him on the Game Master Roundtable right here on this channel. So let's go over and support AJ. Now in today's video we're going to unpack this silicone battle mat, we're going to roll it out, and I'm going to use a variety of different markers and wash them off just to show you how easy this is to clean up after a gaming session. Now apparently in AJ's video he did set his Big Pocket battle mat on fire. And he even cooked a pizza on it. Now we're not going to do anything that crazy, and I would advise don't try that at home, folks. But yes, apparently you can do those type of things. So let's open it up and take a look. So we have the battle mat all laid out, and this is the double-sided battle mat. So we have square grid on one side and we have the hex on the other. Now as far as the Kickstarter goes, if you just want the single-sided with the square grid, that's going to be $34 US, and that does include shipping. So that's shipped to your home, and it is going to be $39 for the hex, and again that is going to include the shipping costs. So let's demonstrate how the markers are going to work on this Big Pockets battle mat. Now I have bought some wet erase markers, so we're going to give those a go. We have some dry erase markers that we're going to use. I have my Crayola washable markers. Now these are markers that I use on my Chess X battle mat because the dry erase and the wet erase will leave stains on my Chess X battle mat. And I am going to go for it and leave a few marks with a black permanent marker Sharpie just to see if it's going to erase as well. So let's see what we can do. Let's start off with the dry erase. Next up, the wet erase. And now the Crayola washables. And now the moment of truth, the Sharpie. This is a permanent marker. And here we go. Okay, we're back. So what I have here is just a standard washcloth, and as you can see, the dry erase, it might fade a little bit, but that is not coming off with the dry cloth. Wet erase, no, not coming off at all. It's staying there. Crayola, nope, not going anywhere. Sharpie. Oh, Sharpie, you're not going anywhere either, are you? Alright, Sharpie stays there as well. Now, of course, as a reminder, and it does say on the back of Big Pockets, do not use red. Red will stain, no matter what mat you're using. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little bit of water, I'm going to put it on here, and then I'm going to wipe this with a rag. So we're going to drop some water here, and here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that boil up already. You can see there nothing over here, but look at that wet erase. You can see it pool up. Let's just put a few more dots. Oop, there on the washable, you can see some of the purple coming off. I'm a little bit afraid of the purple because it does, you know, red and blue makes purple, so I'm kind of worried. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can tell right away that the wet erase isn't going to give us much problem whatsoever. Look how the water just pools up. It doesn't soak into the mat at all. It just lays right on top of the surface. That is outstanding. Okay, so with just a washcloth and some water, you can see that the wet erase is completely gone. We have none of the wet erase left, and we don't have any of the Crayola washables. So given the choice between Crayola washables, which are these here, and the wet erase markers that I just purchased at a local office supply store, I'm going with the wet erase. They look nice and they wash right off. It's absolutely gone. Now we are having a little bit of issue getting the rest of the dry erase, and I'm surprised that even the Sharpie came off a little bit, but it's still pretty much there. So we're going to need to take another step. So now what I have is just some regular dish soap, and we're going to apply that here and here. And I'm not even going to give it any time. I am going to put a little bit more water on this rag, and let's see what happens. Okay, it's been about 1 minute of scrubbing with soap and water and a rag, and it looks like most of the dry erase, I have removed most of it. There was a little bit of a green spot up in here from the little tree that I drawn that was giving me a little bit of trouble, a little bit of issue, but it now seems to be gone. However, I do still see where it says Sharpie on the side. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you. So you can vaguely see it right here where it used to say Sharpie, but everything else is gone. There's just that little bit where you can see where I wrote Sharpie. Let's see if we can use just a little bit more dish soap and clean it the rest of the way. And folks, I set a 3-minute timer just shortly after I started, so it looks like I'm about 2 minutes into that 3-minute timer. It looks like I have 1 minute left, but it does appear like I have gotten the entire Sharpie off there. It looks like I might have just a little bit of an E, but that should do it. For the most part, that is 99% of the way gone with permanent markers. So if you're to get one of these Battlemats, I do not suggest using a Sharpie or a permanent marker, but do know that if you accidentally do that, or someone gets a hold of it and writes on there in Sharpie, that you can, with some soap and water and a little bit of elbow grease from yourself and a little bit of scrubbing, you are going to be able to get that off of your Silicone Battlemat. So with everything in mind, I do highly suggest getting the wet erase markers. They look the best, they came off super easy, and I think they're the best match for the Big Pocket Silicone Battlemat. So that is the Silicone Battlemat, the Big Pockets by AJ Pickett. Now for those of you that do decide to back the Kickstarter, the first 1,200 are also going to get this silicone initiative tracker, and this is a really cool item. And now that we have figured out that the best way to use these is going to be with our wet erase markers, we're going to just go ahead and fill in our initiative and just see how easy it is to use. So now we have our initiative all written out, and when we're done with our combat, just a few drops of water, and it cleans right up. So that is the initiative tracker and the Silicone Battlemat, but time is running out if you want to get one of these for yourself. There's only a few days left on the Kickstarter, and again, I will put a link in the description below so you can go on over there and take a look. But I can honestly say that this is a high quality product. The Silicone Battlemat is easy to use, it's easy to clean up. You can wad this up and put it into your backpack, and you're going to be able to bring it right out and use it on your gaming table, and it is going to last you for generations. It's strong and it's tough, and it's going to be a nice accessory for your tabletop role-playing games. So be sure to let me know your thoughts on this Battlemat in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and on to the next.